In today's video, I'm going to be flying to a country I've never been to before on an extreme day trip. And the craziest part of it is I haven't planned anything. I don't even know what city or town or even country I'm going to end up in later today. So I picked an extreme day trip destination. I've done no research about it. I don't really know anything about it. I've got semi-good travel knowledge of some of the places, like big cities around Europe. This isn't that big of a city. I just booked a day trip. It's got quite good potential because it's near Italy, Switzerland and France, so could be in either three of those today, which is quite exciting. But I've got to get into the airport for my flight to Italy. Oh, it's been a while since I've been at the airport this early. It's just gone at 5 AM. My flight is at 6:55. Well, security was nice and quiet this morning. I think that was the quickest I've ever had it here at London Stansted, so that was really nice. Basically walked through the full thing. There was no queuing whatsoever. Did forget to take my belt off, so I got a bit told off for that. But anyway, I'm through security now. I thought I'd better tell you where we're flying to because I haven't done that yet. It's Turin in Italy. Yeah, when I say I've done no travel research on this place, I've done nothing. I don't even know how I'm going to get from the airport into the city, or even if I'm going to go into the city to start with. I'm planning to get a train away from Turin, but yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm not allowed to look until I land. That is the rules for this video. Always so dark at this part of the airport, but I am in gate 85, or departing from gate 85 today, which is just over this bridge, and it's probably one of my favourite gates to go from because I don't have to walk that far. Well, I walked here to gate 85. Worryingly, there's nothing here, and it now says relax on the board. Sometimes I wish there was a ticket where I could just go on any plane at the airport that's got space. Like there's a flight to Salzburg. I'd jump on that now if I could, just see where you end up really. That's the idea of this. I want to land in Turin and then decide when I get there, see where I end up. And here is my flight to Turin. Boarding on time, which is good. Hopefully we'll take off on time. I don't know how busy it's going to be, so we'll see if I can get any shots out of the window, although it is going to be dark for takeoff. Typical thing you do on a plane, but I've just filmed a video for one of my other channels on this little Lego figure, and yeah, it's starting to get light now as well, so I might be able to get some nice views soon. I'm looking down there and I can see snow. So it would be really cool today if I could go and get to see some maybe like snowy mountains or something, as I'm currently looking down on. I think that's Switzerland, so maybe we'll be able to go there. Turin then, just landed straight onto a bus, which is my least favourite thing. We've got all the buses lined up. Yeah, it's a bigger airport than I was expecting. Look at the size of the terminal. I was expecting a little old airport. So here I am in Turin. Just got 3 passports, really quick actually. They were doing all of the new Schengen system as well. Got it all done, like fingerprints, pictures, really quick. So I'm out at the airport now and I've got to figure out what I'm doing today and where I'm going. There's a train here at Turin airport, a whole airport train station, but there's no signage or anything, and I went in through that car park trying to find the station, walked around for like 10 or 15 minutes and I still can't find it. There's the big car park. That was an unnecessary mission, but I've made it to the station. Now I need to find out where the trains go. Let's go and have a look at where the trains are going. I'd like to go and see like the mountains, whether it's in France, Italy or even Switzerland, but I don't think Switzerland's very likely. So I'm going down here. I'm going to have to buy a ticket, I know that. So far, I've bought a ticket into the city centre of Turin. When I get into Turin, I don't actually know what I'm doing. And my plan is maybe sort of I'm assuming this will take me into a main train station. Have a look where the trains go from there, because I'd like to go and see like the snowy mountains or some like, if I could go to Switzerland, I will, but I think it's a bit further than I thought. I thought it was maybe like an hour down the road. I think it's a bit further than that. Or like France or anywhere that's got the snowy mountains. I mean, there's even some like Italian places, so I just want to go have a look, see where the trains go. If not, then I'll find somewhere else to go. All I know is I've got my train tickets. I need to be back at the airport for my return flight around 9:45 this evening, so quite a late return flight. It's not until 10:30. So yeah, I'm going to plan to get here for like 9:45 this evening, so I've got plenty of time before my flight. I might even get here a bit earlier because I have no idea what I'm doing at this airport, or even this country, to be fair. I don't know the language. I'm very confused. I just had to try and validate the ticket. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. But we'll figure it out as we go. That was the idea of today, is just figure it out as we go. Don't decide till we land, and I've not done that. I haven't done any research, and I think you should do some research, though. I will say that, because I'm clueless. Found somewhere to go. There's an Italian ski resort with an alpine coast, so it looks like a really nice little town in the mountains. I found that. It's only an hour and 30 minutes on a train, which I know is quite a long way. The ticket was €9. I booked it, but I think I've got off at the wrong station in Turin. Well, this is the station I thought it went from, and this was the one my airport train was originally coming into, and it would have come into, but this still isn't the station I need to go from. It's Porta Nova that I need to go from, and I think it's connected by a tube line, so I've got to try and find that. This feels a lot more main station like, though. This definitely feels like a significant station, although it's still not the station I need to be at. But I did just look on Google Maps. It says it's a 22-minute walk. I've now got an hour until my train, so do you know what? I might just walk, see some of the city, and I can get some food as well. I think that might be an idea, because I've just realised I haven't got a ticket for the metro, and I don't know how to get one. The train tickets thing's quite complicated in my opinion, so maybe I'll just head out of the station. Maybe I can jump on a scooter or something. Right, I've ended up having to walk. The scooter thing was just not working. I basically uploaded my ID to it, and then it told me you have to have a driver's license and be 18, but it unlocked it. So I started riding for a little bit, and then people were driving very chaotically, and I thought, yeah, I don't really like this too much, because I didn't really know what I was doing, where I was going. So I dropped it off. The very short couple of minutes I had with it ended up costing like €3, so I guess, oh well. And I've decided to walk anyway. It took me 5 minutes in the wrong direction. So walking to the other station now, having a bit of a look round as I go, so I'll show you some of that. I think Turin might be quite a nice city, to be honest, other than some of the driving. Some of it's been alright, like someone just slowed down and let me pass there on one of the crossings, and some of them people I think just run the reds. But the architecture's very nice. It's very Italian, considering we're in Italy. My first ever time in Italy, actually. Hopefully I'll be able to get some like Italian food or something at this place I'm going to, although I do need to pick up a snack for the train. I quite like this part of Turin, actually. You've got all these like shopping streets in this undercover area, and this nice Italian architecture the whole way around. There's a Lego store there, which I'll probably come back to after I've been to this like ski resort place this evening, before I go back to the airport, because I just checked it's open till 8 PM, so I'll probably come back here, have a look at that, and I'll probably have a bit more of a look around here. Very confident pigeons, they don't really disperse, you just sort of have to, yeah, that. Cool, a proper departure board. I've been waiting for one of these. They do have them at some of the stations, but they're quite hard to understand. I'm hoping, yeah, mine's on there, 12:15, Barodomachia, I think it's called. So, it can't be called that. The Italians, I'm sorry for that one, but it's that top one there. Platform 19. Okay, right. Grab some food quickly, then platform 19 is going to be through here somewhere. Well, I made it to the platforms. Just now I need to see if... Is this... They do drinks, don't they? Right, I'd probably pop in here, just get a bottle of water. Water and a muffin from that little bakery there. That'll get me through, and then I'll get food as soon as I get to this other place. Because I want to try something like Italian today, consider I'm in Italy. Here we are then. Bardamoncia, Kechea, I don't know. A Hitachi train. It's quite big. Right, let's get on it. Wow, look at some of the views now. And there's snow on the ground. Yeah, passed through some really nice little towns and villages, just like, well, this one's really nice because right in the mountains. There was a bit of snow back there, but I think we've come down the hill. Oh, there's snow on that side. Chiomonte, I think this is called. Now that is a view to walk out of the station to. Here we are. Right, I'm going to have a look at this map, I think. Barmoncaccia, I think it is. Barmoncaccia. I'll have to learn the pronunciation, probably when I've left. Wow, look at that mountain. What I'm going to be doing now is I want to go and find this alpine coaster thing, because I think there's going to be a lot going on there and a really nice view. It's about a 20-minute walk from here, which isn't too bad. There's no buses, I don't think, so I'll just walk. It's only 20 minutes. It's a little Carrefour Express here. It looks quite funny for a Carrefour Express. I don't know why. It just doesn't look like the sort of building you'd expect. But anyway, wow, this is amazing. The mountains really do surround you. And there is some snow, which is quite weird because it's not cold, really. It's a good 8 degrees, I think. And they've got proper snow here. It's probably not as warm as I thought. I think this is the river lake thing, and it's actually frozen. Oh, you can see some there. Wow, this place is really nice. I saw pictures, but they really don't do this place justice. Look before we walk in the road. Yeah, it's also really icy, so you have to watch out where you're walking. I'm going just up here for this alpine coaster. I think there's like a chairlift thing there as well, so I'll have to have a look. And I have got an action camera, so I'll be able to film on whatever I go on, whether that's a chairlift. I'll do the alpine coaster if it's open. I've just found out it's pronounced Bardaniccia, I think. Bardaniccia, something like that. I've just googled it because I have no idea how to pronounce it. But it's really nice. It is like what you'd imagine a Swiss village or something. I keep forgetting it. I'm in Italy. I keep thinking, oh, it must be Switzerland. But no, this is Italy. It's really not what I expected, because I thought most of Italy was like hot sun, beaches, and I know a lot of it is. It's a big, long country. But yeah, this is spectacular. Only got a population of around 1,300 people here, so very small. According to Google, I imagine it has a tourist season, but I don't really think that is now, because other than around the station when the train pulled in, there's not really anyone about. It's just so interesting with the buildings and things though. They're so different. I don't, like in the UK, like our flats and things. When would we try something like that? It would be a big block. I mean, that one's more of a block, so great timing, I know, but yeah, just they look a lot nicer. All the wood cladding. Oh, it's very icy though. I've got to try not to slip over in this video like I did when I went to Edinburgh last year. Well, they do have buses here then, because it says it's a free service, which is pretty good. Lovely little shelter there. There's a lot more snow than I expected. And it's probably, yeah, it's not as warm as I thought it was. I'd probably say it's nearer 3 degrees. I mean, the snow is gone quite slushy in a lot of places you walk in, which is quite annoying, but I don't mind the slush as much as ice, because ice, you're just slipping everywhere. Okay, maybe it's a little bit more touristy than I thought it was. There's quite a lot of buses about. What's this then? Is this a hotel? Yeah, it looks like. There's a lot of hotels I've noticed. That's a massive hotel. Look at the size of that. Say that, it's probably not a hotel, it's probably like a school or something. Here we are then. Alpine coaster. 250 metres up here. Not been a bad walk from the train station here, to be fair. Bit slightly uphill. I imagine it'll get quite a lot more uphill in a minute, but yeah, not been too bad. Oh, it's really sludgy down here. It's getting quite slippery now. Where is this ski resort place? I feel like I should have found it by now. Oh, that sounds pretty good. La Crêperie. Waffles original. That's the only sort of words I could make out there quickly. What is that? That looks like some sort of chairlift or something up there. Wow, yeah, I found this ski resort place. I can see a very big chairlift, ski lift. I don't know, is that like a ski lift where you go up for skiing, or can anyone go on it? Because if you can go on it then come back down, then 100% I'll do that. But obviously I don't ski. Self-service bar, that's quite cool. Oh, there's a lot of places here. That's quite cool. Is that the ski slope? That is mad. That can't be right. No, because what would you do when you got to the bottom of it? I have no idea about skiing, as you can probably tell. Let's not slip down here. Okay, this is quite a lot going on. So there's people on skis here, but it's also where you get to the Alpine coaster. I don't know if it's open. It looks sort of open. But yeah, it's very bright, the snow. I will say that. I can barely see. I need sunglasses. Which is probably why people have ski goggles. I'm going to get up here and out of the way. Wow, this Alpine coaster looks pretty good. It looks like it's got like 3 or 4 lift hills. I think this, you can just buy photos here. I don't know if I can buy tickets. Yeah, that's just photos. Have to see if I can get a ticket up here, or I'll have to go and find like a ticket booth. So I'm off to assess the chairlift situation. I think it might just be a skiing thing, you know. Ingresso Pedoni. I don't know what that means either. I'll have to try and find out though. I think that says pedestrian entrance right there. So I think I will be able to go on it. I am really hungry though, so I think I might get a snack and a drink from this bar. And then I'll do the Alpine coaster, and if I can, I'll do a chairlift. Yeah, it's great value in here. Only €4.50 for a hot dog, and yeah, it's quite a nice view. And €1.50 for a bottle of water. Yeah, really good deal. Yeah, that was actually a really good hot dog. €4.50. I can't believe that for like a ski resort. I thought I'd be paying like €10, and the water was €1.50. So €6 or like £5 something for a meal basically there. Really, really good value. This bit puts me on edge a bit because people start skiing down here. I don't really think they're meant to, but the end of the course is there and the ski lift's over there, so it's going to happen. Anyway, pre-booked 2 rides on the Alpine coaster, so that's where I'm going now, and I'll take you on for an on-ride POV. Not too sure what's going on with the dinosaurs, but I quite like it. They've got snow on them. Shows how much it snowed actually there. So let's get on. Well, it's just called Alpine Coaster creatively. Oh, this looks pretty interesting. It's weird because normally I expect them to just have one big long lift hill, but it doesn't. I don't know how high or how long it is at all. I've no research on this whatsoever. Only found it when I'd landed in Turin airport. So big old ski slope over there. It's actually really nice here. All the mountains and everything. Whoa, this is a big left hill. Oh, hang on, it's not too bad. Oh, it keeps going. Whoa, here we go. I'll just test so I know when it'll sort of stop. No, won't stop. What am I doing then? Because if I do... Oh, yeah, right. There we are. Well, that's how it stops. Now let's get going. See if I can sort of rest my leg on it. Oh, there we are. Oh, this looks quite steep. Attention curve. That's right, we don't care about slowing down. Whoa! Oh, it's got some whip to it. Another curve. Whoa, this is... Wow, that's quite quick. Nice little S-bend. Whoa, that is very fast. I'm getting airtime. Oh, we've got a big old helix here. Whoa, that picked up a lot of speed. Whoa. Ah. End of track. Yeah, it's quite... I don't know, I've not done many, but it's a good enough length. Go on. Yeah, the Alpine coaster. That was very good. Now I say bye-bye to my little carriage. I'm going to go around again. I bought 2 tickets. I might even buy a third. It's quite fun. Going up the first of 3, I think it is, lift hills. There's quite a few on this ride. I just did it and did a normal POV. It's really fun, actually. Really like it. All the snow around really makes it. I imagine in the summer the snow isn't here, although we are in the mountains, so I don't actually know. As you can see, there's a lot to look at. You can see quite a long way up now. I always like hearing the little click, just to know that we're not gonna... I wouldn't fancy going back all that way, down the hill, backwards. Might not be most pleasant. It's a tension curve. I'm not gonna do anything with the brake. And here we go. Whoa! Whoa, this one's quite a lot. Sort of rest my leg there, and I don't have to hold it, I can put my hands up. Whoa! Whoa! This is really quick. Airtime, whoa, wee. It's very cold though, tears coming down my eyes. And then there we are, at the end of it. Oh, a bit too sharp. I feel like I'm skiing down this exit ramp, to be fair. Really like icy and cold. I'm not sure how I get on with skiing, because part of me thinks, oh, I'd love it, and then the other part of me thinks, yeah, I'd definitely break something. So not really sure it's a good idea. But I have always been intrigued about like the idea of going skiing. I nearly went skiing there, not intentionally. Yeah, the Alpine coaster, really like that though. There's what it looks like going up there. Got a little turn. I'll get a little picture from here. Ooh. English, issue new tickets. What's this? Outward return, Smith 4. Pay now. I don't know if I can go on this as a foot passenger. I feel like I need to find someone to ask. Maybe I'll go in here. Here we go then. €11, like it said on there, for a passenger ticket. I can go on here. I'm actually slightly nervous because it's really high and there's nothing really holding you in. I don't know. It was €11, so that's a bargain if you ask me. That's like €5.50 each way, so it's actually really cheap here. I'm sure Switzerland and stuff would have like €50 off you for a sightseeing ticket on a chairlift. And like, I had a look at the ski passes. A ski pass is just €50 for the day, which I think is really cheap. I'm not too sure though. Here we go then on this big ski lift somewhere in Italy in the mountains. As a passenger, I'm not skiing. This is quite high. Yeah, I found out you can go on as a passenger, so I thought I may as well. This is slightly terrifying. Let me spin you around so you can see what I can see. Oh god, I don't even really want to look behind me. Oh, it's not too bad. They didn't really say what to do with your bag, so I've just sort of got my bag with everything in it there. I think it might be a bit scarier and a better view coming down. Oh, we're stopping, are we? Yeah, it's not too bad. There's like, you can raise the bar up a bit, I think, but we won't do that because we don't want to die. They're really wide. Oh, it speeds up. It's weird. It like goes quicker and then slows down. I don't know what's at the top of it at all. I have no idea. I haven't done any research on it. It could be nothing and I just come straight back round, or who knows, it could be all sorts. Oh, my legs are just sort of dangling. I think you might be meant to rest them on there because it stops the bar coming up there. Oh, hang on. No, the bar will come up. I thought the bar locked or something. No, not at all. You just got to keep your feet here, and obviously if your feet are there, you can't pull it up. Have a little look behind us. Wow, look at those mountains. That is so impressive. I'd love to go up some of those one day. Unless this is just like a midway point and this isn't the top. Oh, that's a... do people actually ski down there? I can't get my head around it. Like, you flying. Wow, there's more skiing up there. Well, I guess I'll hop off here. Unless is there another one you can go up or not? I don't know. I don't think so. At the top of the first ski lift now. It's not really very pedestrian friendly, I'd say, because I don't know if I can go on that one. I want to go on that one, but I've got to get across there. There's people skiing and I feel like I might die. Yeah, so not too sure on that option. There's another ski lift over there. I don't even know what I'm doing here, to be honest. There's a cool little bar here though, so I know pedestrians are allowed. Of course they are, because obviously I come up on that thing. I don't know if my ticket's valid for that as well. I've just turned around and I can't believe the view you get from up here. It's insane. I've also found a map here. I'm trying to work out. I think it was Smith 4 was the name of the thing I just come up. There's some very tall ones, ski lifts that is. Where are we? That's the village, is it? Oh, this is very confusing because you've got like snow, but I think this is a whole map of the town. Should I be looking over here? Can't work it out. Let's go on the pedestrian machine now. That's what it's called, I just translated it. No skis or anything, it's a pedestrian machine in a tunnel. Not weird at all. I imagine it's, I don't know, maybe it's if people come out of the pub and they're not, let's say not all with it, they're not going to be able to walk up there. I can barely walk up there. So if you've had a few, I don't know what they drink, beers isn't it in Italy mainly? Yeah, you probably need this. And it just sort of abruptly ends. Well, right, I think I'm going to head back down because I don't think I can go on any other ski lift. I sort of had a look, it would mean crossing that, and you'd have it more signposted if pedestrians could, so we'll head down, see what sort of view we get going down. Going back down on the ski lift, look at that amazing view. It's incredible. I don't know how anyone goes down that. I'm amazed that it's possible. I mean, to be fair, it's very, very quiet. I imagine it's shut because you must have to be quite an experienced skier. I don't know. I don't do ski things, so I'm not 100% sure on that. One last sort of look back up. It's not the tallest. I don't know what the elevation change is. I did see a sign, and I think it was like 1,200 to 1,500 meters. Is that possibly? No, that's very tall, isn't it? I'm not sure because it seems, I don't know, it seems maybe 1,000 feet. Still, it's a very good view up there. It's quite a nice sort of bar. It's probably worth you going up there as a foot passenger. It's not, I wouldn't call it a must do, but it's still a very fun thing to do. There's a full look over the town. Yeah, got about another 2 hours I think in this little town to explore, which is more than enough I think. It looks like quite a small place, so I'll have a good look round. My train isn't until 5:15, so plenty of time. So that's the activities I plan to do, all down the Alpine coaster and the ski lift as a pedestrian. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to do. Obviously there's like bars and food and stuff, which you could make like a good afternoon of it. But if you're not skiing, I don't know what else there is to do. But if I was here like for a few days or something, I'm sure skiing's something you can look into. I imagine you have to get lots of lessons to do it. I don't know what these are. Maybe they're big lights or something. Anyway, I'm going to head up here, have a look round this ski resort thing before I'm going to head back into the town and have a look around that. Pretty much at the top of where all the stuff is now. There's this big building, I think it's actually accommodation, but it says this place here says it does pizza, and I'm in Italy, I'd like to try some pizza, so I might have a quick look in here. I have just had a hot dog, so I'm not that hungry, but you know, when in Italy, or when in Rome as the saying is. No pizza in there unfortunately. I spoke to the guy, he said his friend does the pizzas and his friend is not there. So there's no pizza there. I'll find somewhere else for pizza or lasagna or pasta or something Italian. I have to when I'm in Italy. I can't just go back to the airport and grab a McDonald's, because that would be criminal. I've only had a hot dog. A hot dog, what's that, American? That's not very creative for Italy. So that means it's time to leave this ski resort place thing. I'm not too sure what it is. I've been here about 2 and a bit hours. I managed to have some food, do all the bits I wanted to. Yeah, now I'm going to explore the rest of the town for the next couple of hours. A lot of Fiat Pandas in Italy, I've noticed. It's like the most common car I've seen. They're absolutely everywhere. And if you do see me mention Fiat Pandas quite a lot, the reason is because it's what I'm learning to drive in at the minute. So every time I see one, I'm like, wow, and here there's like every other car's a Fiat Panda. I'm going to walk this way because from up on that ski lift there, you can get a pretty good idea of the layout of the town, and I'm basically going to walk the perimeter. I think I've got a lot of time for this small town, so really going to be able to explore it. It doesn't seem like the most, I'm sure it's known about because of the ski stuff, but the actual town I think is very quiet. Cool, we've got a little ice rink in there. I think this might be a leisure centre, to be fair. Oh, yeah, mind the deep snow, you can get your feet caught in it. Just walked about 5 minutes up there, and to this thing, I could see this from on the ski lift because it looks really, really high up. I'm not sure what it is, because it doesn't look like it is a ski lift. It looks like a lift of some kind, you might say. Actually, it doesn't look very pedestrian friendly. Is it like, I think it might just be like a power thing or like a lift of some sort. It doesn't look, you know, nobody's coming here for a fun like day out, are they, and go up on a railway or something. It's not, it's, oh, power, it is a power thing, green power. So yeah, no point looking anymore. There you go, you can see that absolutely massive ski slope there. Yeah, it doesn't actually look like we've come that far from the ski resort because the chairlift's only there. That's that weird power thing. I'm just walking up the road here. I think there might be a pavement over there. I should probably go to that. Yeah, it's a very small town. I was expecting it to be a lot bigger, to be fair, but then the ski resort was as expected, so still glad I came over here. Continuing to walk sort of to the top of this town. I'm not sure if there really is a town centre, because I don't even know if it's a town. It seems like a village in size, but then there is big things like leisure centres and ski stuff, so I can't quite work it out. Wow, that was really slippery. This is proper ice. Really quiet little place. I've seen a handful of people since the ski resort, and I've been walking for 20-25 minutes. Got about an hour and 10 minutes until my train back to Turin, so head up here to what I think might be a sort of city village centre, have a look in some of the shop, if there is any shops, maybe get a bite to eat, and then get back on the train. Well, you can rent e-bikes, ski and snowboard school. It looks shut at the minute. Oh no, it is open apparently. Can't say it looks it, to be honest. What's that? Oh, yoga. Yeah, this is the Centro town centre. Carrefour Express. This is, yeah, it's a very little place. I really like these little streets actually. It's quite a lovely little town. What's this? Souvenir. Might have a look in there in a minute. We'll go in this Carrefour, get some food first, quickly. So I've got around 45 minutes left here in Bardonecchia. I think I might have got the pronunciation a bit closer now. I don't know what I was calling it at the start of the day, but nice little souvenir shop. I'm going to have a look in. I think this is also a bit of the village town centre. See if there's any others. I might pick up like a little sign or magnet or something. There's some nice bits in there. Quite expensive on a lot of stuff though. I'm sure it's one of those places, every tourist shop sells the same tourist things. Just been walking for about 10 minutes from that other place now, along this side of this river. Well, a lot of it was sort of across that bridge and then along the river. Now I'm going to go down here. A little bar there. 2 slices of Italian pizza from somewhere I think was probably quite authentic. It was very quiet. It was down like in one of these bits, and they didn't speak any English really in there. I sort of said pizza and did some pointing, and we got there in the end. So I have 2 slices of hot pizza, €4, and there's a lot of pizza here for that. It was half of like quite a big pizza. One thing I have noticed though, Italy, like proper pizzas, they're not round. I've not seen like a round, a perfectly round pizza. They're always sort of rectangle shape. So I shall sit down and try this in a minute. Had to get it to take away because I haven't really got time. Once I get down the station, I'll sit down and eat it. Yeah, I haven't got loads of time, so don't want to miss this train at all. So my time in Bardonocchia is coming to an end. I'm walking back to the station now, but I've actually got longer till my train than I thought I had. I don't know how. For some reason, most of the time I was thinking my train was at 5 up there. I know it's 17 minutes past, but anyway, it actually means I've got 30 minutes to wait now. But I've seen pretty much everything. I've got my pizza to eat, so probably just find somewhere to sit down, eat this. I think my train's here anyway, so maybe I'll be able to get on the train. Bardonocchia. Back at the station. Can we go in here? Or not? It doesn't really look open. No, it's not. Time is 5 o'clock, 5:17. Torino, Porta Nova, bin 1, which I assume means platform. Yeah, platform 1. Right, to this train. Oh, it's a big sort of. It's a much different train. So I came here on a nice modern train, and I'm going on this thing. It's sort of it's a train. I just think it's very old because you have to like manually open the doors between the carriages. It's quite scary, and I mean the seats are quite comfortable. Phone chargers would be the dream, but yeah, no chance. It has got lights though, so there is an upside. Gonna be on this for 2 hours and 10 minutes, I think, to get back to Turin from now anyway. Obviously the train's not going to leave for another 25 minutes, so does bump up the time a bit. All off that train now. Really took it out of me because it's nearly 7 o'clock. I don't know why it was slower than it was meant to be for some reason. I haven't worked it out exactly, but it must be like 2 hours 20 minutes I was sat on that thing for. Quite a noisy train. I mean, I walked through one of the carriages and oh my god, like the rattling and the noise, it was terrifying on there. A proper old train that was. A big difference to the one I got on earlier, which was nice and modern, had like phone chargers. But anyway, I'm here in Turin, Porta Nova station now, and this video's got quite long already, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to start another one. It should be like a short one of me exploring a bit more of Turin, and then travelling home. Yeah, you've seen the sort of my extreme day trip. It's probably been like 40-45 minutes long already. That's if I can edit it down to that. So, thank you guys for watching the first proper video here on Where Next, and I will see you in the next one. Yeah, I guess it's the premiere video, isn't it, for the channel?